about the HNM River in Indonesia. And wow, is it disgusting. That river has got to be the dirtiest in the world.
Oh, and it is, Rachel. It's filled with garbage, human waste, toxins, and oil, and lots of different things. The water is very polluted and completely disgusting.
It's not the first time we witnessed water pollution either. Water pollution is a very big issue in the world. It's kind of like this.
When you add oil to water, it's just all mixed up in there. And you can't just take it out with this. Even if you try to clean it, it's hard to come out. So that's basically how hard it is to clean polluted water. After a little presentation and an example of water pollution, here are two different stakeholder perspectives of how water pollution affects them.
We as a company do our best to make sure that the areas around Asia are clean and humane. We promote economic development and like to help developing countries. If a certain country is in need of help, we loan money to them so that they can clean or fix whatever environmental issues they're dealing with. We have witnessed a lot of horrible issues in many different countries, but one of the issues that we believe is just insufferable is the Citarum River in Indonesia. It is absolutely repulsive. When they asked us for $500 million loan to clean up the river, we agreed because they really need it. They need that water to be clean because 80% of it is used by those who live there, and it can be used when it's overflowing with garbage and infected with toxins. We think that it's the worst environmental issue we've ever seen. It's the world's dirtiest, most polluted river we know of. The issue affects most of the people who live near or in Indonesia because, like I said, they use 80% of the water that they can't do when it's polluted. It also affects agriculture because the water, which is full of toxins, contaminates the soil in which the farmers use to grow crops, and it runs in the soil for the farmer. It affects the marine life as well because when fish are exposed to chemicals, they can't breathe and it kills them. The fact that it affects marine life affects the people living there because they eat fish and they can't eat it when it's poisonous. In all this, the river is disgusting and needs to be cleaned quickly.
My decision of working in a clothing factory was made when I was about 19. Just like any other girl, fashion was something I was in love with and wanted to do. Of course, I wanted to be a big fashionista, but it didn't work out. My parents wanted me to stay here, living here in Indonesia, so I got a job at a factory near home. I love making clothes. I'm not blind to the fact that there is a river full of garbage and mixed with toxins in which we provided. We are known here in Indonesia for having the world's dirtiest river, but people also need clothes, cars, food, and without factories, we wouldn't have any of those things. It is disgusting, but it's something that we have to accommodate with because we need those resources and we need factories to make those items. Let's not forget the fact that we would be costing a lot of people their jobs, which they need to feed their families and help with bills. If we shut down every single factory, they won't have jobs. Yes, factories do impact the water and air with their pollution, but that isn't the only factor. Garbage affects the water, garbage for people who live here. Human waste is also thrown in there, which isn't the fault of a factory. Of course, the polluted water affects lots of things, like the environment and animals, but you can't blame the factories for everything. I love my job, and I wouldn't want it taken away, so there's just some things that we have to let happen to have what we want. This is why water pollution is a very big issue and has to be taken care of right now.
Water pollution affects animals, environment, soils, and agriculture.
It also affects marine life. When anything goes into the water and pollutes it, then everything in that water becomes poisonous. So we can't eat anything from there because it's poisonous.
And that's not good because we need those resources like water and marine life to eat and drink.
We can decrease water population by doing things like using less water. You can do that by showering less and turning off the tap when you brush your teeth.
Another thing is not littering. It always ends up in the water, and that just creates more pollution.
Also, don't spill oil or chemicals down your drains because they'll just end up in the water, and we don't want that. That's it from HNM News.
See you next time.
I've gotten a call from.
Okay.
No, seriously, we don't have time.
I'm just testing it. I thought we were gonna see what we look
You
like.
can cut it out.
We as a company do our best to make sure.
Honestly, you can't. Go.
Okay. Where is it? Okay. Okay, you can move down. She's already down.
Oh my god. You start?
Yeah.
Oh. Of course, I wanted to be a big hit fashionista, but I didn't.
Yeah, you know how to read? You know how to read? Move. Let me just do it. No, I can do it.
Dad,
I can do it. Give me.
Tell me, is it me and you? Is that how it goes?
Okay.
Because I've never heard the song.
I don't know.